I am D.Nicole from Rewind and Review, and today I'm going to be doing a recap and review of the Season 3 finale of The Chi, A Couple 2 3. Now, y'all, if I had to rate this episode out of 5 stars, I'm probably going to give it a strong 4, 3.5. I mean, I am very happy that many of our characters finally got their happy endings with this sad-ass season that we have had. So if you're new to my channel, welcome me, welcome you. Make sure that you like and subscribe below. Comment what you thought of this episode, your possible theories of next season if we're giving another. And to my old couch potatoes, let's get to it. Alright, y'all, so this episode opens up in Ronnie's funeral, and I'm just happy to see that his boys were able to make it from Missouri. I'm actually quite surprised at the turnout of the actual funeral, that it's pretty decent, being that it is Ronnie. So Ronnie's friend stands up and they say they love him, they're going to miss him. Tracy stands up and apologizes, and Keisha takes a bouquet of flowers and tells him thank you. And y'all, I got emotional on that part. I'm not going to even lie. So, y'all, next we have made it to the burial, and Emmett, old selfish ass, is talking about how why he had to get shot in front of my restaurant on the opening day. So I'm guessing business may have been a little slow because of the incident. So Jada like, shut up, the man is dead. So Emmett catches up with Keisha, and he asks her, you know, how she feels, and she tells him how she don't know how she's supposed to feel. And Emmett tells her, you know, I'm always here if you need to talk to someone. And she answers him like, I don't want to talk to you about this. Now, if she really didn't want to talk to him about it, y'all, she wouldn't have even said all of that. She just would have told him thank you and kept it pushing. So we know our girl Keisha wanted to talk. So Emmett's like, come on, try me. And Keisha tells him, you know, she's pregnant. And it's at that moment, I'm low-key like, yeah, Keisha is about to keep this baby, y'all, because she didn't want people to know at first. Now she's sharing it. So Emmett retarded ass like, this is the first time someone has told me this, and I'm 100% sure I am not the father. And y'all, Keisha is annoyed. So he asks Keisha what she's going to do, and y'all, she seems annoyed as she answers she doesn't know. She's trying to figure it out. So we with the crew, and Jake is like, he know a couple people who want to run him dead. So Papa like, don't say that. And Kevin's like, well, at least he saved my sister. And Jake is like, just because he saved your sister doesn't make him a saint. So Papa's like, Jake, a saint is nothing but a sinner who fell and got back up again. So y'all, I just find it very ironic that the next scene is literally the police. They're arresting Papa's daddy. And so now I'm like, is Jake responsible for Papa Dad getting arrested? So the boys have made it to Kevin's, and they're hitting the little weed pen. And Kevin and Jake are like, man, Papa, I really cannot believe your daddy got arrested. You want us to pray for you? And Papa like, y'all don't know how to pray. And so Papa tells them how he saw Camille giving his dad money after her speech. And Jake is like, that ain't illegal. Politicians do it all the time. And Papa's like, well, not for pastors. And Jake was like, a pastor can be crooked. And y'all, I really want to know what the fuck did he get arrested for. So I'm tripping because Papa like, he not used to this type of criminal activity. And Jake is like, they not no criminal. And Papa like, well, you're practically a 63rd Street member. Kevin shot somebody. So y'all, he's like, he's stressed. His mom won't tell him anything. His dad is the head of household. Does this mean that he's going to have to be the head of household? And he got to take care of Maisha. Now he got to take care of his house. And y'all, Jake has had enough. And he like, bruh, huh? And he passes Papa the damn weed pen and tell him, you know, hit this shit, you know, please. Alright, so we're with Duda at his office with Gemma's dad, and Duda tells him that the judge decides who gets Jake in the custody battle with Trigg. So Gemma's dad tells him about Papa Daddy getting arrested during the funeral for money laundering. Of course, he doesn't want to go to jail, and so he is down there singing like a bird. So I'm like, wait, does Gemma's daddy know that Duda is dirty as well? So next we're with Keisha and Jada, and Keisha asks Jada what would she do if she was her. So she tells her that when she was her age, she was pregnant with Emmett, and she doesn't have any regrets, but she do wish that someone told her her options. Because back then, if you got pregnant, you just assumed that you had to have the baby. So Keisha tells her how she was scared, and what if she makes the wrong choice, and Jada tells her whatever she decides is the best choice. And Jada's like, you know what? I don't think I'm equipped for this conversation, but I think I have somebody who is. Now we're with Trig and Imani, and Trig is nervous about the hearing. So Trig is like, we can't lose this, babe. And Imani is like, we won't. And he's like, what if I don't know how to lead the family? And Imani was like, I mean, we'll lead together. So next we're with Tiff, who comes in. And I'm guessing this is who Jada is telling Keisha, to talk to. So Tiff is like, I'm sorry about what happened to you. And Jada says she couldn't tell me what was going on. So Keisha's like, she's pregnant. And so Tiff is like, I'm assuming you don't want to be. And Keisha's like, that she doesn't know. She's trying to figure it out. So Tiff is like, I got it. But I really love how Tiff pushed, her beef to the side with Keisha. And finally, they closed the chapter of season 2 for us. So she tells us how her and Emmett got into a situation last year and that she didn't know what she wanted to do. But she had to look into her life and decide if she wanted to bring another child in this world. And after a lot of soul searching, that she realized that the one she had was enough and all that she could handle at this time. So we now know that Tiff clearly had an abortion. So Keisha's like, how long did it take for you to soul search? And Tiff like a few weeks. You can't have much time. And Tiff is like, trust yourself, and tells Keisha, you're going to make me cry. And y'all, she goes to hug Keisha, and I'm like, that is the Scorpio in us, because y'all, I was boohooing with their ass. I was crying. Like, that was just so sweet. Alright, y'all, so we're with the crew down at Paris Pizza, y'all, and they're complaining about how they can't believe Duda has them all working that day. So Papa's like, he can't focus on shit, and Jake like, him either his life can change in the next few hours, and Kevin is like, he hopes Trig got his shit together. So next thing we know, Papa Daddy is coming in there and talking about, hey boys, like his ass didn't just get arrested, and he been singing like a damn canary, because y'all like, how is he there? So he tells them like, y'all, what y'all saw earlier was a misunderstanding, nothing to be worried about. Y'all, and Papa is looking at his daddy like, cut the shit. So he's like, I am worried about it. So the daddy was like, didn't I tell you faith and fear can't exist in the same space? So Papa, y'all, does a damn chuckle. And he like, how faithful are you? And so the daddy and Papa go back and forth, y'all. And Papa ends up storming out. So we're down at Camille's Holloway campaign office, and Rose comes storming in, asking like, why hasn't she used the file yet? And y'all, I'm like, I knew her ass was trying to set Duda up, because like, why was she so eager to give that damn combination away? So Camille was like, I thought about it, but I don't want to, win the campaign like that. So Rose was like, who cares how you win? You and I both know Duda ain't shit. And so Camille is like, you the one who married to him, so what does that make you? And so Rose is like, I'm trying to help you. And Camille was like, no, you're trying to use me. And she's been a lot of things in her life, but a pun is not one of them. So the next two scenes, y'all, I'm not going to say much, but y'all, I'm tripping at how Darnell has stole a whole wedding dress and tux, and how Emmett ass is like, they not wearing the stolen shit, and how Darnell quickly, like, he knew he liked Tiff when he said she didn't care about wearing the stolen clothes, when we know this whole time all he does is talk about my fellow Scorpio sis. So we're in the elevator with Trig, Imani, and Jake. And y'all, I love how the brothers share their nervousness about the custody hearing with each other. And as well as Jake saying that he doesn't care what the judge says, that they're still going to be family. So y'all, that was just so sweet to me. I was like, look. All right, so we're at Tiff's bachelorette party, and y'all, I am tripping at how Tiff friends are gassing her up, y'all. She drops it like it's hot, and y'all, the friend like, yeah, bounce on it, and so Jada's like, yeah, I wish I could have unheard that. So Jada and has Tiff play this game that's similar to the Newlyweds game, where you ask the partner questions about the other partner to see if they get them correct. So she has asked Emmy some questions, y'all, and it is going horrible at first, and I'm like, damn, Emmy. But then he finally gets one right, y'all. And so Jada tells Tiff how she's happy that she has gained a daughter. So next we're back at the custody hearing, and Jake is telling the judge how he doesn't want to live with Mr. Perry. He ain't his family, how he wants to live with Trig and need money. And so the judge is like, does Mr. Perry not take care of you? And Jake is like, look, they're my family. They're not perfect, but they care about me, and I care. And they care about each other, and so he feels safe with them. And y'all, I'm like, damn, what does Duda have to say? So y'all, the judge is like, this is usually when I'll ask Mr. Perry for his testimony, but he isn't here. And so Candy asks, like, Your Honor, I'm sure there's some sort of explanation because he wouldn't have missed out on this. He knows how important it is. And so the judge ends up giving the custody to Trig by default of Duda being absent. So I'm like, damn, did he get arrested too? Like, where is Duda? All right, so the boys are back at work, and Jake is telling them how he is going to miss working with them because he can no longer work for this nigga anymore. So y'all, in walks Maisha, and Papa's like, how did you know I was here? And she lets him know that his boys had hit her up. So y'all, Papa like, I love you. And so y'all, Maisha is finally ready to go exclusive with our boy. She gives Papa her M necklace, and she's like, she got the hottest boy in the game wearing her chain. And so, y'all, they're too cute. And she thanks Papa for, finally seeing her and lifting her up. And he's like, thank you for being someone I can lean on. And, y'all, they talking about how they love each other and shit. And the first thing that pop in my head is Chris Brown. Young love, everything I need. I got my young love. Okay, anyhow. So, y'all, next we're with Emmett and Darnell, and Emmett thinks he is about to have his bachelor party. So, they're at the spa, and so Emmett is like, where the strippers at? Darnell was like, they were too expensive, and he's like, so where are my boys? And y'all, Darnell like, hell, I ain't got none of their numbers. And so he's like, get this massage and be happy. And y'all, the massage therapists come in thinking that they a damn couple. Because Darnell has bought a couples package because his ass is cheap. And y'all know Emmett has just had enough. He has left the damn spot. He said, fuck a bachelor party. I don't need it. Alright, so Emmy has ended his night early, and he sees that Jada did her damn thing with Tiff's party. So y'all, he's talking about how he's home because he missed his wife, and I'm like, bye with your little smooth talking ass. And so they're talking about how they can't believe it, they're about to get married. And so Emmy tells Tiff, I ain't perfect, and she like, nigga, I know. But y'all, I really thought that Emmett was going to take this time and tell her the truth about Dawn, but that's a negative. So Tiff is like, ain't nobody perfect, Emmett. So he's like, he stopped by to get her this sandwich, and she's like, I don't like my sandwich dip. And so he's like, I ain't get it dip, I got it regular, just how you like it. And she like, but you hate it like that. And he like, but you love it like that. And y'all, I'm like, oh, y'all, I have really grown to like Tiff and Emmett this season. They have just grown so much. But I'm like, where the hell does Jada be at? Like, why do they give no fucks if she's gonna walk out into her living room? Like, they just stay smashing. So now we're at Camille's campaign office, y'all, and we find out that she has lost the mayoral race. And so we're with Duda and Rose, and she congratulates him for winning mayor, and she asks him why he didn't come to the custody hearing. And he says, like, why settle for one brother when I can own both of them? So I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, Duda? Do he know that file is missing? Like, what does that even fucking mean? So we're with Keisha at the abortion clinic. And y'all, she's watching this clock. And so Nina enters, and she asks her, is she okay? And Keisha tells her that she can't do it. And so Nina was like, are you sure you want to have and raise this baby? And she was like, I don't know what I want to do, but I just can't go back in there. And when people say things happen for a reason, Mom, what if this happened for a reason? What if Running Mama aborted him? What would have happened to me? And so I'm like, you know what, Keisha? I ain't about to play with you thinking that deep. All I would have thought about was that damn crazy psycho ass baby daddy. So y'all, they have made it home and Keisha is crying and Nina is like, whatever you decide, just know we'll be here. So Kevin walks in and he's like, here for what? And Keisha tells him that she's pregnant. And y'all, I am shocked at Kevin's reaction. But then again, y'all, I don't really blame him. His ass like, with that crazy man's baby, you're not keeping it. You can't. And Nina like, this is not your decision to make. And y'all, Kevin storms off. But I'm like, I don't understand, like, either Kevin. Like, why does she want to keep this crazy man as baby? Like, make it make sense. So next we're with Jake and E-Money. So I'm guessing that Jake is a little curious about the things he found in the hearing. So he asks E-Money what manslaughter is. And she's like, it means that you killed someone, but it wasn't your fault. And so Jake is like, who did you kill and why? And she tells him that her dad, because he tried to kill her because he wanted a son. And Jake was like, I know what you are. You were born one way, inside you feel like you're something else. And so he talks about how he learned that at school. So Money like, thank you for that expensive ass school. And Jake is like, you think y'all can afford to keep me in there? So Jake is getting up to play the game, and Money is like, if I cook, you're going to do these dishes. And Jake is like, I can do it before I go to bed. And Money like, no, you're going to do it right now. So Jake is like, this is not what this about to be. You bossing me around and shit. And Money is like, nobody's trying to be your mama. I'm just trying to teach you responsibility. And she lets him know that they're a family, that they have to work together, and that he has to respect her. So we're with Papa at church, and we can see that our boy mind is spinning. So he goes into the house and he asks his dad if he did it. And the dad was like, no one is more imperfect than a man of God. And so Papa asks the daddy, like, what did he do with the money that Camille gave him? And the daddy was like, I used it to help people, help us. And so Papa's like, we don't need that much. And the daddy was like, I want to give you and your mama the world. And Papa's like, all we need is you. We don't need the world. Alright, so we see that our girl is no longer caring about if her dad sees her messages. So we're with Kevin and Gemma. And so we find out that our girl Gemma tried to commit suicide and that she has a therapist. So Kevin was like, I didn't know you went to therapy, and he tells her how he used to go. And Jim was like, maybe you should go back. And I love how they're bringing awareness to therapy. So Gemma tells Kevin she told her therapist how she wants to lose her virginity to Kevin. And y'all, next thing I know, they're in the bed, and Kevin is like, was it supposed to be that fast? And Gemma asks is like, she read that this normal, that that's perfectly fine, y'all. And I'm tripping, and I'm also wondering, like, where the hell is her dad at? Like, Kevin, you know he wants. Alright, so we're with Trig, E-Money, and Duda. And y'all, Duda walks in that house like he owns that motherfucker. So he's talking about some congratulations. He don't have any hard feelings. And Trig's like, well, I do. You tried to kill me. So Duda like, nah, nigga, if I wanted to kill you, you will be dead. So Duda comes in saying how he wants to continue to pay for Jake's tuition. And Trig is like, nah, I don't want your money. And so Doodle's like, no, this is no handout. You will have to earn it. And now that he has this new job, he needs someone to handle his business on the street. And who better than a street nigga like you? So Trig is like, nah, I'm not a street nigga anymore. I'm trying to stay in the house, out of the way. So Doodle was like, you know, I figured you would say that. And so Trig is like, so why would you even come? So Doodle tells him that he skipped the custody hearing on purpose Ain't no judge in their right mind. We have given custody to him had he had been there. So Duda's like, this is a good opportunity for you. You can make money. I can teach you how to lead. I can teach you the game. And so Trigger's like, he don't want to go to jail again. And Doodle's like, no problems. The cops won't mess with you because I'm switching out my lead security with the chief of police, and he will make sure that you have all that you need. So Trig agrees, and him and Doodle shake on it, y'all. Before he leaves, Doodle like, hey Trig, you know there's a new sheriff in town, motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck have you gotten yourself into, Trig? So now we're at Tiff and Emmett's wedding, and y'all, they have made it through the vows, and I just hope y'all that Dom doesn't be pregnant next season because y'all, Emmett ass just don't do right. But y'all, they go back to Jada's once again, y'all. They getting it in, and I'm like, do they have a sock on the door kind of system? Like, what the fuck do they be doing? So, y'all, I'm just happy that everybody pretty much got their happy endings. Jake them looking like a real family. Kevin and Gemma, they getting it on. Maisha has gotten her P necklace from Papa. And Dre and Nina are vibing, y'all. And that girl Keisha has finally got the courage to run by herself. And y'all, this was pretty much a solid season finale for me, being with how so much went on in the entire season. So I am just finally happy that we see some happy endings.